he got kind of careless. He was having an affair with a married woman, which is always dangerous. It was in a small town, and just so happened that this woman had a husband who owned the bar that Robert Johnson was playing in on a particular night. And Robert showed up with this woman at the bar. And that's putting yourself in a particular situation. The bar owner was expecting Robert, and he fixed him a special cocktail, a small bottle of whiskey laced with strychnine. And when Robert drank that, it came close to killing him, but he did survive that. But he caught pneumonia, which it was in the summertime, and in Mississippi, and you can still catch pneumonia in the summertime if you're a drinker. And he got very ill, and a couple of gals who were at the club took him to their house and let him rest up, and tried to get him to feel better, but he just languished, and eventually he died a few days later. And nobody had the money to afford an embalming service, an undertaker. So what they decided to do was take Robert's body and go to the gravedigger's house. And they went to the gravedigger's house and they said, "Look, we got this man here who died. He died at the bar down the road a few days ago, and he hasn't been embalmed." And in Mississippi in the summertime, you haven't got too much time, And so the guy said, "Yeah, I'll bury him right now." So it was pitch black outside, and the gravedigger said to his daughter, "Go get my lantern, and I'll get my shovel." He said, "You come with him. We'll go to the potter's field next door to the little name of the church was the Little Zion Church, which was right off the highway that goes north from Greenwood, and it's still there. It still looks like it needs a coat of paint, but the church is still there, and the potter's field is still there, and it has a gravestone with a special testament to Robert Johnson on it. And about 50 or 60 years later, the gravedigger's daughter read an article in the paper from Greenville, Mississippi, or it could have been Greenwood, Mississippi. I'm not sure which paper she read, but there was an article about Robert Johnson. And strangely enough, very few people today even know who Robert Johnson was. And they didn't know who he was when he was playing. He didn't sell that many records, and he was an unknown entity. It wasn't until 50 years after he died that they gave him a Grammy because of all the influence he had on the world of rock music, and all those rock and roll singers paying him lip service. Most of them don't even play his music, and it's just kind of a sad thing all the way around, But people today know him a whole lot better than they did back in the 30s, anyway. And I've been to visit his grave a couple of times to pay my respects. It always gives me a very funny feeling to be in that cemetery with all those graves, and most of them don't have any names on them. And if they do have gravestones, most of them are like Robert Johnson's gravestone, which has his name and information about him. Most of them are homemade gravestones with no information at all on them. at least we know that people he became well known after he died. That people still pay him respect.